Welcome to Home Service Happy Hour, brought to you by Service Monster. I have two pieces of marriage advice, not to you guys specifically, but to anybody that's getting married or someday will be or already is. Michael and Rob, I'd love you guys to chime in because you guys are both happily married as well. And marriages are a lot of work, right? And Angela, you said it well, like it's a team thing. Well, even at work with your team, it's a lot of work. Like any relationship is a lot of work, but having good friends is a lot of work. Like you got to communicate, you got to take care of each other. One of the things I have found, and I actually was coached this in a business setting, but I found it super important in our marriage, back to the communication that you guys both referenced, especially with emotional things. As humans, we have a tendency to express emotions rather than discuss emotions, but there's so much more, like, for the sake of everybody else, right? If we're frustrated, or if, you just get in like some of those funky moods. And JC, I've seen you like post on Facebook about this when you're like working through a feeling internally. You're really good at throwing it out externally and like letting people work through it with you. But I think that's really important in a marriage. And Marty and I run into this all the time where it's like, hey, sorry, I'm just in like a shitty mood and I don't even know why, right? Maybe it's because the Packers lost. Maybe it's because I'm having an argument in my head with a customer that I'm never actually going to have, but it's what I've been thinking about for the last 3 hours. Maybe it's because the kids did something that drove me nuts and like, here I am, but I'm like taking it out on you. And whether it's frustration or anger or just being bummed or whatever it is, I'm not good at it, but when you name it and say like, hey, I'm just really frustrated versus behaving frustrated, it gets you like across that bridge so much faster. And then your teammate, your partner can like help you work on it instead of just feeling like you're coming down on them with your emotion. They can be like, hey, I see that you're frustrated. Like, what can I do to help? But nobody likes being on the receiving end of your frustration, right? Like they're willing to help if you tell them you're frustrated, but if you just come at them frustrated, then they feel like they're the one you're taking it out on. And I try to incorporate it. It's like way easier said than done, right? But when you talk about emotions rather than express them, then like people rally to help you with them versus get defensive like you're taking it out on. It's a thing I learned, not a thing I'm good at, but it's a thing I learned. Hey, Home Service Heroes, thank you guys so much for tuning into our Home Service Happy Hour content today. I sure hope you learned a little something, and I sure as heck hope that it was entertaining. If you did find it fun and entertaining, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more cool, fun, entertaining business content. And speaking of which, stay tuned. There's a little more here and a little more right here. Check it out.